So today's book review is going to be this one, and it's by Jonathan Whitelaw, and it's called The Bingo Hall Detectives. It has a page count of 372 or 373, I think. It's a totally different style of book to what I read last time. I will just show off the book for you, the back and what it looks like and stuff like that. And no sprayed edges on this one, so it's just standard book. It's totally different to what I read last time, but I think that it would be very much enjoyed by a lot of people, so I really wanted to come on and review it. Basically, I read it last year and it came out in 2022, so it is a couple of years old, this book, so a lot of people might have already read this. I think I come across it like last year or something like that, and I picked it up and I read it. I don't know when I started it or when I finished, I just know it was last year. Again, totally enjoyed it. I'm going to fill out this. This is going to be really difficult to do again because I just really enjoyed this book. I think I'm going to give this book like 5 stars. Just because I remember when I was reading it, I couldn't put it down. I was constantly reading this book. It was like incredibly written. I just never wanted it to end. You know, one of those books that you just don't want to end. It's a real treat. It's it's one of them cozy mysteries you can just sink into and be transported into this other world. It's like sitting down with a brew after a long day and having a good old natter with your nan. It's got mischief, you know, it's got a suspicious death, and more nosy neighbours than you could point a dabber at. I just I just think the best bit of this whole book though is the little detective duo that we have in the centre of this story. There's a son-in-law who's just trying to mind his own business. He is absolutely not wanting to get sidetracked. But his mother-in-law, on the other hand, she's got more opinions than the bingo caller on a Friday night. She could talk a brick wall into confessing to anything. She is hilarious. She's snappy. Their banter is totally bang on. It's funny, it's sharp, and it's dead familiar if you've got a family like mine who just tell it how it is. You know, it's very much like a cheeky, witty, lovely, bantery kind of story. You know, it's full on, but not in like a oh my goodness, this is too much kind of full on. It's like relatable. Like you can relate to them too and their, you know, dynamic. I really like that about this story. The mystery itself is fantastic as well. Nothing majorly heavy, like it's not, like I said, it's not a heavy story, but it's got enough twists to keep you thinking, like, go on then, what's happening next? I found it incredibly hard to put down, like I say, and I just can't rave about it enough. I didn't think I was gonna like it, honestly. That's why I think it surprised me. It's because I didn't think I was gonna like it. It was a bit like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but there's just some books sometimes where I'm just like, you know, that's not a bit of me. But actually, it is a bit of me, and it's based in Penrith, so not too far from where I'm actually from. So that's one of the real reasons why I bought it, because I was like, come on then, let's have a look at what it's actually like. Every character feels like someone that, you know, you've met down the shops or at the pub. A bit odd, a bit loud, but you can't help but really like them. By the end of the book, I feel like you're not just reading about the bingo hall, but like you've gone and joined it and all. And honestly, I don't think you'd want to leave. It's really made me laugh in a lot of places in this book. Honestly, I don't want to spoil it because I was debating about putting spoilers in this one, and I think I'm just not going to because it's such a book that I'd want other people to just read for themselves and, you know, tell me what they think about it. Definitely 5 stars. Truly enjoyed it. It's perfect if you love a good natter, a daft mystery, and quirky characters. It's a story that'll make you laugh, smile, and say what the heck is going on, because that is what I found myself doing quite often throughout this whole book. I just found it incredible. I don't want to go into it too much, but I will say that Jason, which is the son-in-law, he is like it's quite a lot from like his narrative and just kind of like how his mother-in-law is, and the mother-in-law is called Amita, and she knows everyone and everything that's going on in this little corner of the Lake District. And what happens basically is one of Amita's fellow regulars at the bingo club, called Madeline Frobisher, suddenly dies, and she's found by the postman outside her crumbling country home close to Ullswater. She senses immediately that this is no accident, so Amita senses that, this wasn't an accident. She doesn't think it was, innocent at all. But no one else seems to take her suspicion seriously. But that's until she enlists the help of her friends at the Penrith Bingo Club. Dismissed by many as eccentric, over the hill, or out of touch, these amateur sleuths are on the case, which could prove unlucky for some. So, that's just the blurb, so that's not me really spoiling anything. But yeah, I would recommend it to a lot of people, even if they don't know this area. It's nothing, you don't have to know that area to read the story. I just got it because I was like, oh, that's really interesting that it shares similarities that, we've been so close to where I'm from. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. But that is my honest book review. I hope you enjoyed my ramblings. I am going to actually fill this in, but what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to fill this in, speed through that, and obviously then once I've done it, go through it so that you guys can, get the answer to the questions that are in this book journal, which is the whole point. So I will do that. We're going to fill this in. So the setting. Thought it was really good. It wasn't hard to understand or anything like that. So I'm going to put the setting about here. I think that's quite a fair place to have it. Enjoyment. I am going to put the enjoyment as a full. Because I really, 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 really enjoyed this book. Okay, now moving on to writing. Really good writing. I couldn't put the book down, so the writing for me was fantastic. We will move on to the characters. Characters are going to be full written on the characters. Really well written, thoroughly hilarious, a lot of them. If you read it, you'll totally understand what I mean by thinking that some of these characters are just mental, but in the best way. The plot, amazing. I was what the heck is happening? The majority of the way through this book, it just kept twisting and turning to be you don't know where it's going to go, you don't know where it's going to end up. So the plot gets full marks. And readability. Again, we're going full marks. Because I was obsessed. Fully. It's a book I think I would actually reread again. And I don't often say that. Because I'm one of those people that if I've read a book, I'm well, why would I reread it? But no, I would probably consider reading this one again. So, for the overall rating, let's do the stars. And of course, these stars are all just going to be filled in because I really, really liked it. There we go. So, the first part is obviously, you've got the title, which is The Bingo Hall Detectives. The page count is 372. The author is Jonathan Whitelaw. The genre, I would say, is cozy mystery. The themes are community, family relationships, amateur sleuthing, justice and fairness, belonging. They're the kind of main themes that I think I kind of took from this. So the first question that we come across is, what did you think of the book and what will you take away from it? So I have filled this in by saying how ordinary people who go to bingo and moan about the weather can be braver, cleverer, and more determined than anyone gives them credit for. You don't need to be some fancy detective from the TV to solve a mystery, and how messy, funny, and stubborn family can be, but also how much love there is underneath all of the bickering. That is what I will take away from the book. Obviously, what I think of the book is it's fantastic. The next question is, what was the aim of the book and how well did the author fulfill it? So the aim, I think, was to give us a light-hearted, character-driven, cozy mystery that celebrates community, family awkwardness, and the charm of everyday people being dragged into something bigger than they bargained for, and I think the author nails it quite well. The last question that we come across is, would you recommend this book to others, and who is the target audience? Yes, I would recommend this book to other people. The target audience, I would say, is for people who love a cozy mystery with gentle humour and a bit of small town chaos. Nothing, like I say, really heavy is going on in the book. And the one sentence book review is a warm cozy mystery full of nosy neighbours, sharp humour, and everyday heroes. It sounds very simple and, simplistic, but once you actually read the book, I think you'll get a sense of just how incredible it is and how funny it is. The humour is one of the best things about it. And it's not oversaturated with humour. It's got it in places where it fits. You know how some books are a bit you wouldn't think that was funny at all in that specific scene of the book. It's not like that. It's really well thought out, the humour and all the kind of interactions, and yeah, you definitely are fully immersed into this story. So, this is The Bingo Hall Detectives, and this was my honest review on said novel. I hope to be reviewing this book next, so this is like a little bit of a spoiler for the next video, I guess. And this one is Tales of a Monstrous Heart by Jennifer Delaney. I'm on chapter 11, nearly chapter 12. So this is the book that I will probably be reviewing next. I'm hopefully going to be able to get cracking into this because as you can see, it is quite a chunky book. So hopefully, no spread edges. So hopefully I'm reviewing that one next. If not, there will be another filler book that I've read in between, this one and the one I'm currently reading, but I really love this so far. I'm only 12 chapters in, basically, and I would recommend it straight away. But it's quite a novel, so I'm gonna keep slugging away at it. Hopefully I get more of it finished sooner rather than later so you guys can watch the review for that one. But if not, there will be another book. I'm gonna try and do a video every week or two if I can. I will also probably be doing some colouring tutorials as well, which is basically where I will just show how I do a certain thing on a colouring that I'm doing or I have done, but it will be separate. So it'll be in a different playlist on my YouTube. So you don't have to like worry that it's gonna affect any book reviews. But yeah, that was my book review for the Bingo Hall Detectives, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much.